guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a fun project in mind to do. I'm using the entire release from ScrapDiva Design except for the tall pumpkin, but basically trying to use any odds and ends, and majority of these are the smaller dies in the new release. The Trick or Treat Memory Decks bag is what I'm going to be using for my book. As you can tell, I have so many scraps here. I've divided them up between pastel and kind of other collections, I guess, or the traditional orange and black. I have pieces from scrapbook pages from different collections and pattern papers from Michael's and stuff. So to create this embellishment book, I'm using that Trick or Treat Memory Decks, and I figured out kind of a way to create a little book using the die, however, just trimming off the end of the memory decks part. This die comes with some score lines that you can fold on to create the bag. However, I'm going to use that as where I'm going to bind my book, and you'll see in a little bit. I'm backing up the patterned paper with some hard 80-pound cardstock and trimming off that memory decks piece right there. This project took me a little bit, a couple of days, and now I want some pages inside of my book, so I went off camera and I create a couple more pages as the same as the black and white. To add some color and to use up those scraps, I just pieced together half-inch strips and added them to these pages. So this is what it's going to be like. The black and white is going to be the covers, and the other ones will be the pages inside. Now, how am I going to bind this? I am going to use my crop-a-dile, and I'm going to add in two little marks to create some holes. And off to the side, if you can see, very, very tiny, is the eyelids. Putting some eyelids, measuring, making sure the paper is going to fit. I'm going to thread this cute little twine. It was gifted to me. I don't know where it's from. I want to say it's kind of a twine, but it's plasticky. I don't know. It's shimmery also. So I went ahead with my needle and went through it a couple of times, adding a bow. And basically the beginning of my embellishment book, my Embelli book. There we go. Now, I did take a couple of days to create this off and on, and I went and I did my embellishments very slowly because I wanted to really put my head to work with the tinier and smallest of the dies. So here are all the pages to the book, and I realized that the other half, the back of the pages, needed something else, so I added patterned paper to that, and just there we go. Now the next you'll see is my embellishments already filled in, and I will share that with you then. Of course, you guys saw me using the Trick or Treat Memory Decks bag to create the book. This is what it is, and here, let's go. Look at how cute this turned out. And I am going to show you all the things inside. But here is what it looks like. So of course I used the Trick or Treat Memory Decks and my little skeleton from the Skeleton mini album. This little bow, there's a little bow from the skull bag topper right here. That was an idea from Amy from Fairy Two Kisses or Fairy Kisses, something like that, but she was the inspiration behind this little bow on the skeleton. So that was that. I also went ahead and used the candy corns from the Candy Corn mini album and the Scary Treat word as well from there. I've also gone ahead and used the little pumpkin from the Pumpkin mini album. It comes with a tiny little pumpkin, the top and the bottom, and I just popped it on some foam. That's cute. The skeleton is also in some glittery fun foam and stapled the heart to him. I did add a little neck here, and this was just one of the little ribs, the pieces, or I think it was this one right here in the pelvis. So that's my cover for that. Let's go ahead, and I did the ghost tags, and of course I used not only the ghost tags and the words boo and eek. I think those are my absolute favorite from this one. I don't know why I just gravitate towards them, but because it was boo and eek, I did have some scrap paper that had this little ghosty right here, and then I added another layer of the ghost tag on the bottom. And this spider web also comes in this pumpkin mini album. So you see, you can use the dies even if they don't mix and match perfectly. So that was the ghost die. And then these little guys right here is from the potion bottle, which is perfect right here. Little potion bottle, shaker, the skeleton, skull, and the crossbones. Now going into the next embellishment is the spider bow. I added it on some tulle in the back, folded, sewn, and then gone ahead and added just a little bit of trim on the bottom. This whole bow and the word spider. The spider bow set, that's where that came from, as well as the word spider. How I did this was to be able to see it. Sometimes you can't see the words. I just put a sticky in the back and to show me what words I have. So this is from the Halloween words #1. That's what I'm using on that one. And I've popped it up on pink foam and kind of tried to do a little bit of adhering to the side so you could see the pink under there. Next embellishment, again, the potion bottle. However, I didn't make it into a shaker. I added some tulle that had some like snowy flocking on it. I think that's what it's called. Little pieces of, like, it looks like snow. And then the cross and skull. Again, I went ahead and used the words in the Halloween 3 for potions. Again, sticky on the back for that. As well as the pumpkins, again, popped up just like this one from the pumpkin mini album, and the word carving, again, from the Halloween words. Which one is that one? I want to get it right. I don't want to give you guys carving. Where is the carving from? Oh, yes, the #1 again. So that's that one. More words, of course, from the words #2. The vampire is from the #1 vampire. The broom is also from there. So as you can see, the words Halloween words 1, 2, and 3 are pretty much on this one. I did go ahead and use a little skeleton to add an embellishment to the zombies right here. And the vampire one, thought it was so cute. I just cut out a little corner piece here to add fangs. I thought that was pretty cute. So that's where these words come in. And of course the candy corn. Candy corn here, I love that it comes with these little eyes and eyelashes. I think they're my favorite. I used the little half, which I'm assuming it's the mouth. Of course, some crossbones from the potion bottles again. And this flower, it's the Shabby Chic flowers, I want to say. Yes, it's the Shabby Chic flowers from last month's release. And the candy from the ghost tags comes with the word candy. So super cute. Another thing that's popped up on foam. And then we get to our pumpkins again from the pumpkin mini album, and the skulls from all the skull bag toppers. Here we go. I used the medium and the small ones to fit in here, so you could see the difference between medium and small. So that was pretty cute. Foam, fun foam, and pink glittery to add details. Oh man, I hope you can't hear the crows. And then the shaker bottles again, and I added this tiny little spider from the candy corn memory decks. So that was that shaker. Poison. To be able to do this, I ran it through a couple of times and it actually cut out all of the little words on there. So that's how I used all my scraps and tried to incorporate the majority of the release for October. I didn't use the only two I didn't use was the tall jack-o'-lantern, which is the only one that I didn't use, or the bag maker, but that one was that's not from this release. That is what I created using all of these. I hope you liked it. I hope it's a fun way for you to use the pumpkin memory decks, which is this one right here. A unique way, trick or treat memory decks bag. That way it's not just the bag, it's also a great way to use it as a little book. Isn't this perfect? I'm sure you can add in your information if you're sending this to a friend, but I thought that was really cute and a good way to use up your tinier pieces to be able to incorporate them with each other. Okay guys, thank you for stopping by. Until next time, bye.